So does God have joyful income in mind for us? My answer would be yes. I know that there is a lot of people going through it right now. Times are really crazy. They're unpredictable. There's a whole lot of unknown happening at the moment. And a lot of things feel like they are in free fall, or like we're coming up to the edge of something where we know that things are going to change. Jesus, I will sing your praises forevermore. And I know that a lot of us also have had that little tippity tap on our hearts from God to be doing something specific in this window of time before everything changes. And there's no way for us to truly know the exact amount of time that that window is going to be open, but we know that God is calling us to things that maybe we've never done before. Maybe we've had on the back burner. Maybe we've had it on our heart for years, but never fully taken the leap. A lot of people are experiencing that tippity tap, and I've seen the theme come up over and over again of joining some purpose that God is putting on people's hearts with income, purpose into profit, something that works in the cycle of being a blessing and in turn being blessed. Makes 100% sense why so many people are feeling the need or the desire to figure out how to make money differently than they ever have, to make more money than they have, not just for the purpose of getting more money, but for very specific things that God is laying on people's hearts. And it's been fascinating to watch all of the pieces that God is putting into place into so many people's lives right now. And we know that obedience is one of the love languages of God. I will hear people often say, when God opens X, Y, and Z door, I'll walk through it. But what if God is asking us to take one step somewhere in faith before we see the door is opened? So I'm not talking about being stupid or frivolous or unwise, but what if He's asking us to trust in something and to take the step forward in faith and obedience, and then He plans on opening the door when He sees that we are a willing vessel. I can't speak for everyone's experience, but I can tell you in my own life that the process of building joy-filled or purpose-filled income has come with a series of refinements. It's come with leaps of faith. It's come with acts of obedience before I felt like I was ready in my flesh. It's come with confronting some of my habits and being accountable, allowing God to say the uncomfortable things to me. Now, I do have a new community. It's completely free to join over on Skool. It's called the Co-Labor Collective, and it's based on weekly business meetings with God. I did a whole video about weekly business meetings with God and how much that has enriched my brand building, business building adventure, and I wanted to create a community where we could stay inspired and motivated to continue to build our business with God at the center as the CEO instead of trying to run the race in our own strength. So if you're interested in that, or the weekly business meetings with God free download, or the YouTube starter checklist, which is also free, all of that will be for you in the description box. I want you to think and write down of the things that are themes in your life, whether it's a pain point that's been a theme, something that has been a passion that has been a theme, and if something keeps weaving the thread through your life, I want you to think about that and I want you to write it down. And I want you to write down what other type of people may be having the same thread woven through their life. What are you passionate about? If you and another person that you were just twinning with, the two of you were sitting together and you realized you had all of these things in common. You've walked through very common adversities. You are overcoming, in the process of overcoming or having victory in certain areas, that you have the same hobbies or passions, or you're looking for the same transformation, or you enjoy the same lifestyle, or you're looking to achieve the same lifestyle. What does that look like? And I want you to begin to write that down. Often the joy-filled income and the heart of how we as an individual can harness that to make money online, to make money from home. Being ourselves is already woven into the fabric of your life. For example, this may seem frivolous, but let me tell you that people make money online doing this. Let's say that you are passionate about decorating your home and you're passionate about how colors affect people. So whether it's the colors that they wear, the colors that they're surrounded with, light therapy, the colors that they paint their house, there are people that absolutely make money online by going on YouTube and making YouTube videos about how certain paint colors pair together or how certain fabric colors pair together. They take the same information from that YouTube video that they did and they create a pin and they put it on Pinterest. So both YouTube and Pinterest are search platforms. And there is a link in their description box and a link attached to their pin that brings you back to their Stan store, Etsy, or a blog post where they can purchase some of your downloads where you share all of these coordinating colors that can go together, where you give more information. You have a digital product, or you have a book on Amazon, or you have a membership if people want to go deeper into that, or they want to learn how to do it themselves. When you can begin to share the passions, the hobbies, the victories, the things that you've walked through, the lifestyle that you're building, when you can begin to share this with other people and build community with them, this is how we start to generate joy-filled income. And I keep trying to reiterate the fact that making money online is not as complicated as everyone makes it out to be. It is about clarity, it is about positioning, and it is about packaging. And when you begin to connect the dots on what it means to have clarity in your lane, you position to know your person, which positions you with the algorithm, and then you package that positioning properly, you can get the correct eyes where they need to go, and then people will begin looking for you, connecting with you, and then you can begin to create community around the things that you are doing and the things that you're passionate about. It doesn't even have to be a product. It can be a lifestyle. It can be a feeling that you are going for. You could be an introvert and you could be passionate about making people feel seen who are also introverts. You could be passionate about homesteading or prepping. You could be passionate about how to holistically take care of cats. You could want to have a channel where people go there and they immediately feel inspired, or they feel hopeful about something, or they feel like they can get a handle on something, or they feel really seen because it's super relatable. Once you learn how to connect the dots and find your perfect person, follower, buyer, client, and you learn how to position your content and package your content so that when they find you, they want to stick around, or so that they can find you in the first place, you can convert that content into community and sales, and you can begin to generate purpose-filled, joyful income online. It doesn't even have to be full-time income or a full-blown business. This can be part-time income. This can be some specific goal that you have to get out of debt or to do some specific thing, to invest in something very specific, whatever it is that God is laying on your heart right now in this window of time. What is it that you need to check off that list? And you're saying, I just need to take that first step, but it all feels very confusing, overwhelming, and complicated. I'm here to tell you that I know that it seems that way from the outside, but once you start to connect the dots, you realize that this is very possible, and there is this very unique opportunity today for just everyday people to make money from home, to be little mini entrepreneurs, even if you have zero business experience, zero marketing experience, you can absolutely do it. Do you know how many people out there right now are wanting to learn old-fashioned skills? How many people are wanting to learn how to do things from scratch? How many people are wanting to learn how to knit? How many people are wanting to learn how to sew? How many people are wanting to learn how to build things on their own? How many people are searching for a feeling? We are in a connection and skill-based economy at the moment. And because of the wave of AI and how that's affecting the platforms and the world, people are seeking genuine, authentic connection. That's why communities are working so well. You have an opportunity right now, and a lot of these platforms, which they weren't doing years and years ago, but now a lot of these platforms are pushing smaller creators. You just have to know what you're doing. One of the main things that I see over and over again, if I'm auditing somebody's brand building online or their YouTube channel, the same things come up over and over again. There's a lack of clarity issue. There's a lack of positioning issue, which kind of goes hand in hand. And often there is a major packaging issue. All of these things can be learned. All of these things can be learned. If I can learn all of these things and implement them with consistency, you can too. Because I have things working against me. I didn't have any special skills, no special college degrees, no special background with this, and I have been battling health issues for a long time. So there are various things stacked against me. There are ways to do this without burning yourself out, without having to get into hustle culture. Consistency and focus is not the same as hustle culture. I don't think that you need to be on every single social media platform posting 3-4 times a day, spinning in circles and doing cartwheels in order to make money online. In fact, I know you don't. You need clarity. And you need to understand who you're speaking to, and you need to understand how they are going to want to be presented with that thing. There are a million niches that are working right now, and I am in process of monetizing 2 more channels, that will be 5 total, to show that it's not dumb luck, that there is a strategy here, there is a process, and there is a real opportunity for you to make money from home, for you to make extra money from home right now and achieve those things that God has laid on your heart, so that you can invest in that thing that you've been meaning to invest in, or you can get out of debt, or you can start prepping that thing, or you can finally build that garden, or you can get those chickens, or you can take care of your parents, or you can leave an inheritance, whatever it is, whatever your goal is, and whatever God has you to do, whatever lane He has set you in. It's going to be different from me, but the strategy is still the same, and the reason is still the same. And when we invite Him into all that we are doing, because He doesn't want to be separate from the finances and the business stuff and the brand building. He wants to be central to everything in the life of His children. He wants us to come to Him and to gain wisdom, so that we're not out here flipping and floundering and flopping all over the place and detouring all over the place and then having to backtrack and go this way and that way. We're going to take the leap of faith. We're going to learn the strategies to implement. Then we are going to take the next leap of faith and implement them. We're going to press record. We're going to do the thing. We're going to create the product. And then we are going to do it with some consistency. And we're going to give ourselves at least 90 days. At least 90 days. And we're not going to be people who get discouraged just because something doesn't work this fast, or because we have one video that underperforms, or one thing doesn't go the way we think it's supposed to go. We are going to be tenacious people who are willing to get uncomfortable, so that we can get into a place where we are actually able to experience something that a lot of people don't get to experience, which is life on our time. Sometimes you have to get a little uncomfortable for a short period of time in order to get where you're looking to go. And it's okay. It's like that in so many areas of life, and there's freedom on the other side of that discomfort. I implore you to stop dragging your feet. You are capable of so much more than you think you are. And God wants to open the right doors. He is faithful to perform His word. He is faithful to answer the prayers of His children that are within His perfect will. He is faithful to incline His ear and to hear our prayers. And He wants to walk beside us. So I want you to know that you are capable of so much more than you think. So remember, I have that free Skool community. I would love to see you over there, and some free download resources for you, that starter checklist and your weekly business meetings with God. I also have my YouTube Masterclass. I would love to be your coach and to walk you through that. It is a self-paced course. You can go through it, and it comes connected with another Skool community for ongoing connection and support, where I can check out your channel and you can ask questions and you can connect with other people on the YouTube journey. I would also love to see you over there. Everything that you need is in the description box and pinned in the comments below. Thank you so much, friends, for choosing to come back here again and spend a piece of your precious day here with me. I love you, and Lord willing, I will see each and every one of you beautiful and precious souls right here on the next one. Bye, friends. Mwah.